It's finally spring, which means it is that time of the year for allergies, or maybe it's sickness. Everybody's traveling, we got the flowers blooming, it's beautiful outside, all the pollen's floating around. So, how can you tell the difference between allergies and being sick? Here are the biggest things. So, if you have allergies, you're going to have runny eyes, runny nose, that's clear. You may or may not get a little bit of a sore throat from like some postnasal drip. And you're going to see these symptoms, maybe a little bit of a red eye. You're going to see these symptoms as you're outside more, grass is being cut, depends on what your allergies are. But you're going to see that with more outdoor exposure and higher pollen rates. Now, the difference with being sick is you're going to see more of a colored, thicker mucus coming out of your nose. You might have a cough. Your sore throat might persist for a little while. You might get some pressure up into your sinuses, that type of thing. Now, you can get sick from allergies if you don't take care of yourself. And what I'm talking about is, are you sniffling up your runny nose, that type of thing, and sucking all that back up into your sinuses where it can get infected, rather than just blowing your nose or, wiping your nose, that type of thing. So those are the biggest things. Also, one bigger factor, which may or may not be there if you're sick, is a fever. Maybe, something low, little elevation. It's unlikely, unless you get a significant respiratory infection or sinus infection, that you really get a fever. Those are kind of the differences between the two things. So how to take care of those two different things. So allergies can be complicated, okay? There's lots of different factors. What it comes down to is your overall health and your overall gut health and the inflammation levels in your body. Those are things that you can contribute to day in and day out. Things you can do there: let's not eat as much processed foods, less sugar. Let's eat some healthier things, our vegetables, our leafy greens, low sugar, drinking lots of water. Local honey can help. It's hit or miss on certain people, but doing that in a drink, daily or a few times a week can help sensitize your body to certain allergies. There are some herbs that we can use as well. We like to use one called Sinus Forte that helps. It has a combination of herbs, and that helps calm some things down. We use black cumin seed, which is a natural antihistamine. So that runny itchiness that you get from allergies is a histamine reaction. It's seeing that pollen and it's attacking it, and the histamine is then produced. And then another thing we use is called Antranex. It's not an herb, but it's an extract from some liver tissue that helps the body get rid of histamine. So you can use the black cumin seed to kind of slow down histamine production, and the Antranex to get rid of it. The more we lower that histamine in the body, the more the runny eyes and the noses and all that will calm down a bit. You can also work on your gut health. We like to use a pre or probiotic, which really helps with that. When it comes to being sick, that's when you're really feeling tired and yucky. You're going to be blowing out, the yellow or the green mucus. You'll probably be coughing some stuff up eventually. You might be getting the pressure up in your head. So a big thing here is to make sure you're blowing it out. Do not sniffle it back up. It just makes it worse and worse and worse. And then it'll get clogged up to the point where, you might have to go get an antibiotic, something like that. We want to avoid that for our gut health. Those antibiotics are terrible for you. You should avoid them at pretty much all costs unless you absolutely need them. Everybody's tolerance for absolutely needing them is totally different. So making sure we blow that out. We like to use Conjuplex. It is a great combination of nutrients that help support the immune system in getting the body's ability to fight that infection off. That's a great one. Again, we use that Antranex to help drain some of that stuff out because there's still histamine response in an infection like that. We can also throw in some Imiplex. That's another one that's better for viruses and attacking those types of things. But those are really where you want to go, and those are the two directions you want to go in treating those two things. Make sure you're not running around sick thinking you got allergies and treating it the wrong way. Make sure if it's runny, you're having colors coming out of your nose, treat yourself as you're sick and not as an allergy, and take care of yourself.